A clown stands silently in the middle of a dark road. No weapon, no words, just a painted smile, and somehow that's enough to terrify millions of people. But here's the strange part. Clowns weren't created to scare us. For centuries, they were meant to make us laugh. So how did they transform from harmless entertainers into one of the most recognizable horror symbols on Earth? And why does simply seeing a painted face trigger fear in so many adults? The answer involves psychology, murder, media hysteria, and one of the darkest criminals in modern history. The fear of clowns is so common it has a name: coulrophobia. And while many people joke about it, researchers have found that clown-related fears exist across cultures and age groups. What's fascinating is that the fear often develops before someone ever has a negative experience with a clown, meaning the clown itself isn't necessarily the problem, it's what the clown represents. To understand why, we need to go back hundreds of years. Long before circus tents and birthday parties, nearly every civilization had some version of a fool. Ancient courts employed jesters. Medieval kings kept entertainers whose job was to mock authority and break social rules. They were unpredictable. One moment they were funny, the next insulting nobles or exposing uncomfortable truths. In many ways, clowns occupied a strange space between comedy and chaos. They weren't normal people. They were outsiders, and humans have always been uneasy around things that don't fit neatly into categories. But the modern clown didn't emerge until the 1800s. Bright costumes, oversized shoes, white face paint, exaggerated smiles, everything designed to be instantly recognizable. Unfortunately, those same features would eventually become the source of their downfall. Imagine meeting someone whose face looks human, but not quite human. Their smile is too big. Their eyes don't match their expression. Their emotions are impossible to read. Psychologists call this phenomenon the Uncanny Valley. It's the unsettling feeling we experience when something appears almost human but slightly off. Clowns fit perfectly into that category. The makeup hides genuine emotions. The painted smile remains frozen regardless of what the person is actually feeling. Our brains constantly scan faces for clues. Are they happy, angry, trustworthy, dangerous? But with clowns, those signals become distorted. And when humans can't accurately read another person's intentions, anxiety often follows. In other words, your brain sees a clown and quietly asks, what are they really thinking? Then came a real-life nightmare. In the 1970s, an American serial killer named John Wayne Gacy was arrested for the murder of dozens of young men and boys.
Police have been watching John Gacy's suburban Chicago home for the past 10 days. They became suspicious when 15-year-old Robert Peast disappeared after he allegedly was last seen with Gacy. This morning, police searched Gacy's home and found the decomposed remains of 3 bodies in a dirt crawl space under the house. They suspect there are several more bodies buried here.
It's suspected because of the looks of the area down in the crawl space. There are some other mounds, and appears to be more there.
Gacy is a 36-year-old building contractor who reportedly dressed like a clown to entertain at children's parties.
Outside his crimes, Gacy often performed as a clown at community events. The media quickly connected the two identities, and suddenly, the image of the friendly clown became linked with something far darker. It's important to remember, clowns were not responsible for Gacy's awful crimes. But public perception changed almost overnight. The association was powerful, and the damage had been done. Just as clown popularity began declining, Hollywood stepped in. And horror filmmakers realized something important. People were already uncomfortable around clowns, so why not turn that discomfort into terror? Movies like Stephen King's It introduced audiences to Pennywise, a smiling monster hiding behind clown makeup. Suddenly the clown wasn't merely strange, it was predatory, dangerous, inhuman. Over the following decades, evil clowns appeared everywhere. Movies, TV shows, video games, Halloween costumes. Each new portrayal reinforced the same message: the smile cannot be trusted. And eventually, fiction started affecting reality. So why are evil clowns so terrifying? Because they combine several of humanity's deepest fears. A face we can't read, a smile we don't trust, a figure that appears playful but hides unknown intentions. They exist in a space between harmless and dangerous, funny and frightening. human and something else entirely. And maybe that's why evil clowns continue to haunt our nightmares, not because they're monsters, but because we're never quite sure if they are. What's the creepiest clown you've ever seen, in a movie or in real life? Let me know in the comments, and if you enjoy dark histories, strange mysteries, and the psychology behind fear, subscribe for more, because some of the scariest stories are completely real.